My name is Perrin Waldock, and I'm going to explain how our future is about to change. Imagine the frustration you feel when you're stuck in a traffic jam. The pinch when gas prices start to rise. The rage when a slow driver in front of you gets through that yellow light, but leaves you stuck behind on a red. Transportation is the lifeblood of modern society, and it really affects how we spend our time. And as a result, it's no wonder that Tesla, Uber, Google, and many other companies are developing a better form of transportation. Autonomous electric vehicles offer us healthier, a safer, and a more productive future for all of us. First, let's discuss why electric vehicles are so important. Well, 17% of the world's energy is spent on transportation, getting stuff from point A to point B. Most of that energy comes from fossil fuels. As fossil fuels are a health risk that contribute to global warming, electric vehicles look to be the vehicle of the future. Now, obviously, electric vehicles that use electricity from renewable energy sources are significantly more environmentally friendly than internal combustion engines. However, not all electricity is produced from renewable energy sources. Many people will argue that as most electricity is produced from non-renewable sources or fossil fuels, we're just extending the tailpipe of our vehicle with electric vehicles. Instead of producing emissions from the car, you're just producing them in a power plant. But that's not true. Even if the energy or electricity used by the electric vehicles is produced at a power plant, then that power plant is a lot more fuel efficient than if it was produced by an internal combustion engine due to economies of scale. As a result, electric vehicles are significantly less polluting than internal combustion engines. We shouldn't also concern just about ourselves with just how much pollution there is, but also where it is. There's over 21,000 premature deaths each year in Canada due to air pollution. And over 10 million Canadians are at risk due to proximity to major roads or highways. Now, Canada is a fairly green nation, and there are many more deaths worldwide due to air pollution. As a result, electric vehicles can really help change the world's health. Plus, they're gluten-free. Another big argument against electric vehicles is their range. They just don't go as far as internal combustion engines, and they take longer to refuel. However, electric vehicles can already go 400 to 500 kilometers at highway speeds, which is far more than any normal person uses in a day. Plus, every year batteries are getting 10% bigger. For the same price, hundreds of charging stations are built every year worldwide, and you can now travel anywhere in the United States just on electric, and soon that'll spread to other regions. Of course, in our capitalist society, nothing really happens until it's economically viable. The cost of batteries is a huge factor in the cost of an electric vehicle. McKinsey calculated the effect of the incentives, the lowered cost of fuel, and the lower maintenance costs of electric vehicles compared to the battery price, and determined that if the battery prices are high and gas is low, then internal combustion engines are more efficient or more competitive on the market. However, if gas prices raise and battery costs decrease, then electric vehicles are the way to go. Currently, gas costs around $2.50 a gallon, and batteries cost about $150 to $200 per kilowatt hour, which places us right at the cusp of electric vehicles being about to take over the market. In fact, already electric vehicles compete with internal combustion engines and are rapidly improving. So soon, we can expect to see electric vehicles changing our society to become more eco-friendly, more healthy, and ultimately cheaper. Now, autonomous vehicles. Autonomous cars combine a dizzying array of sensors, machine learning algorithms, and a perfect knowledge of road rules to offer a number of benefits for their users. First, let's look at the numbers. There's 11.4 million Canadians that drive to work each day. There's an average travel time of 25 minutes each way. If you crunch the numbers then, There's over 1,000 years of life wasted each day just in Canada by commuters sitting behind the wheel, waiting for the car in front of them and driving to work. Autonomous cars can save that time. Instead of spending that time cooped up behind a wheel, you can spend that time in a luxurious interior, working maybe ahead of time, working towards your hours. You could be learning new things, or even catching up on your sleep. Plus, autonomous vehicles can help the 7 million Canadian adults without driver's license. Some people can't afford cars, but a vehicle will be cheaper if you can share it with other people, because you only need a vehicle some of the time. A lot of the time, vehicles spend waiting. Autonomous vehicles can just drive to whoever needs them, reducing the cost of vehicles. Plus, some people can't drive at all, and autonomous vehicles can drive them places as well. On top of being practical and useful, autonomous vehicles are actually cost-effective. In the United States, there's 1.6 million people who drive trucks. With autonomous trucks, you no longer have to pay them, which will reduce the cost of any goods that are shipped. Plus, autonomous vehicles can convoy much more effectively. Convoying is when autonomous vehicles, drive very close together and use in wireless communication to transmit sensor data from the front to the back. So this makes them drive closer together, increase their speeds, and reducing the amount of energy actually required to go places. This will also reduce costs of transportation for both goods being transported and people. Now, some people might argue that the sensors and the technology required to do this is expensive. However, it has actually worked out with the numbers. If you calculate the amount of money saved with parking, the fuel efficiency, the time savings, and the number of reduced crashes with autonomous vehicles, there will actually be $2,000 to $4,000 saved each autonomous vehicle per year. Finally, none of these benefits really matter if they'll cost human lives. But in Canada, there are 2,000 deaths and over 160,000 injuries due to car crashes. It costs Canadians $37 billion each year. Now, 90% of those accidents are due to driver error, and 40% of accidents are due to fatigue, drugs, alcohol, or distraction. Now, I don't know about your laptops, but my computers don't grow tired, and they definitely react faster than humans. You don't have to worry about fatigue, drugs, or distraction, because computers never grow tired, and they react faster than humans. So as a result, autonomous cars can have potential to be far safer than any human driver. To prove this, Google self-driving cars are averaging only one accident every 120,000 kilometers, and of those, only about 10% have actually been the fault of the car. And they're getting better. They learn from all the other cars' experiences, and are just becoming safer and more safe drivers. Having seen the benefit of electric autonomous vehicles, it makes sense why so many companies are now researching. We spend so much time traveling, and so much of our society relies on transportation, that a better way to travel will make a tremendous difference. I'm going to leave you with a rendering of what an intersection navigated by autonomous vehicles will look like. Now, just like this rendering, the future might be a scary and chaotic place. However, electric autonomous vehicles will help us navigate it safely. They will save lives from both accidents and pollution. They're going to save money, they'll save time, and they'll help save the environment. Electric autonomous vehicles promise a safer, better future. Thank you.